Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormy B Man, and I am back. Welcoming you to Nerds on Culture with Stormy B Man for this Monday, April 6th, 2026. This is number 158 in the series of Nerds, where we're talking about the 2013 film, The Wolverine. Yeah, you know, that vehicle that stars Hugh Jackman in the title role, where he ventures over into Japan. And a great deal of the story is lifted from the graphics about Wolverine's experiences over in Japan, where he even took on a wife. Also, there were elements about him having to face off against the Yakuza, ninjas, the Silver Samurai, and more. And these stories are right out of the graphic pages of the comics and are a very strong portion of his lore and history. In 2013, the film, loosely based on some of the elements of the comics, got a chance to be released, and it gave Hugh Jackman an opportunity to play the character fully fleshed out with more of the elements of the story of the comics than anything he had done prior. So we're going to talk about that a little bit this evening. I got my brother Drew Titan in the building with me. We're going to talk about this a little bit, and then we will be moving right on over to Rumble. We're not going to give them too much of our time here. We're going to move on and do our thing as we've been known to do as of late. But welcome, Drew. How you doing this evening, bro?
Yo, you know, I'm already amped. I'm ready to go to Rumble right now, but we're going to let people come into the building. You know what I mean? You know, I love that. You know, YouTube don't deserve all about that. We're going to give them the light about the movie. You know, Hugh Jackman caught wreck in this film, and one of the better Marvel movies. Not exactly part of the MCU, but this was a good film. It was a good film, and I got my money's worth and appreciate it.
Are
Absolutely.
you a little bit away from your mic? You might want to speak a little closer directly into it.
That better?
Say some more.
That better?
Yes, it's solid. It's solid. It was kind of fading just a little bit, maybe if you were a little bit back away from it. Yeah. So as you were saying,
Yeah, this was not exactly part of the MCU. However, this was solid. I appreciated it. And it's also cool when you actually know the story in the comic books. The nerd that I am, you know. But you know the little changes that they make in the film. Some of it is very tolerable and it works. I appreciated it. I really did, man. So this is a great film. I'm assuming everyone in the chat has seen this film. We just been thinking about this film.
yeah, we have certain characters from the comics in their live action incarnations have been very strong. And this happens to be one of them, meaning Wolverine, the character, because it's a character who has a lot of humanity to him, a lot of flaws, a lot of elements that, you know, though he's thought of as a hero, he doesn't see himself very heroic at all. It's like that moniker that he says. He was like, you know, I'm very good at what I do, but what I do ain't very nice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like understanding that, and we all have our particular paths that we walk in life. And sometimes people may see us in a favorable or unfavorable light, and it's all about perspective. But if you catch someone on the other side of whatever that perception is, you find the reality of who they truly are. Because to you, a person might be a terrible, down and out, villainous type individual, and to someone else, they could be inspiring and someone to look up to or whatever and be motivated by because of the experience of the other party. So it's like that's how and who we are in life. And that's why this character, or one of the reasons why this character is so solid. And I think people gravitate toward him.
Yeah, absolutely. Wolverine. If you're familiar with the character, y'all, he's sort of like I don't want to say he's an anti-hero, but he was more of a no-nonsense man. Character. The Punisher, Frank Castle, is more like an anti-hero.
Right.
Wolverine. This was the first character. Once the character got developed, he didn't play by the same rules as a Spider-Man or Batman. Like, yo, you know, I'm a off the problem, so this problem don't come back. And actually, when he got around to X-Men, they were a lot younger. Everyone's a lot younger than Hulk. You don't really know his age, but you find out he was like in World War. You know. But he kind of like got back in touch with his and then you start to find out, he starts to find out about his past. And it's a very painful thing. Very, very painful thing that he did so much hurt in the name of government to the point where it became a part of his being. And the growth of Logan is he doesn't want to be that guy anymore. But like the mob, you know, what was it, the Godfather? That's when I'm out, they drag me back in. It's like he don't want to be the Wolverine anymore. But every time he tries to put that down or just go on his own, somebody or something that he did in the past comes along and brings it out of him. You know what I mean? So Logan is kind of tragic when you think about it. Kind of tragic, you know. But you know, this story back in Wolverine is in a journey, and this was a portion of his life that kind of like defines who he is. A portion of his life. And that's another thing about Wolverine. There's a lot of character building with this character in itself, to the point where if you wasn't really into the comic books, you could have watched all the movies and got a gist of who he is. You know what I mean? So shout out to the writers, man. It was pretty damn good.
Yeah. So with that being said, we'll lead everyone in a exodus as we begin to say goodnight to YouTube. And we're going to go ahead and pick things up. But with that, thank you, everybody. Understand that this is what we have to do,
right,
for what we do. So if you all haven't followed the rule of thumb, get with the program, because those of you who have know, and we're not advertising anything, we're just saying we're making a move. So we're making it right now. So do what you guys got to do. We'll give you a couple of minutes to climb on board.
Way to rumble, yeah. Let's go.